What's going on, beautiful people? It's your host, Drake, B. Drake, with Everything Culture, the podcast for all cultures, the podcast of the purpose. And this Sunday evening, we're back with another Sunday night live where this is when, hey, Ashley, when we come together with our community and we have conversations about what's going on in this previous week, a good check in with one another, and, what's happening. Okay, as well as upcoming things that we have for everything culture. We do around about 15 minutes on the tube streaming, and then we do maybe another hour just on Zoom with each other to have a good productive conversation. We have a lot of fun, but we have a lot of growth as well. So this evening we have Jaya. Welcome back, Jaya, as well as Crystal. And they're on the Zoom. And on TikTok we have Shan and we have Ashley. How y'all feeling? How y'all being?
Doing great. God is good.
Yes,
Bless
he
my
is.
favorite.
Yes, he is. Man, Shan says she's good. Everybody's grand. We're in between the holiday season. We're right smack in the middle. Okay. The drink is amazing. What brings us together tonight, what we sipping on is light rum, dark rum. 80 The light rum is like 80% proof. Well, 80 proof, whatever, with some peaches at the bottom, some cherries, and some pineapple juice. Yeah. It's very, very potent, but it's delicious though. Just
Mm.
smacking y'all across the place. But yeah, so if you're watching us on TikTok, please tap the screen. If you're watching us on YouTube, yeah, hit the like button, share, leave a comment, chop it up with us. We're here and engaged. So the things we want to talk about tonight, as well as what any of y'all have to share. We just got news about some things from Jay Z. He's been hit with some diddler charges. Hello, Shan. We are covered and we are, you know, together. We love the bun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to talk about, I don't want to say the person name, but the comedian who has an issue with Kendrick Lamar, but his real issue is how he's treating black people. And we're going to talk about what Kendrick meant. We're going to talk about how this individual is still disrespecting black people as well, and how Kendrick really was not only talking about the comedian, but was talking about us when we're in the face of people who disrespect us and we don't do anything about it. We're also going to touch on divas. Over Thanksgiving, my family and I, we had a great conversation about, you know, when I say divas, we're talking about Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker, um, Mariah Carey. Um, give me another one. What's the one
Whitney.
that Whitney? A lot of them. And what's up, my guy Derek? A lot of us, and we'll go touch
Yeah.
on it. A lot of us are surprised that they're not as nice as we assume for whatever reason. And I had to tell some of my family members because on my side, we know divas are mean. When you hear the word diva, it's not come with like a tiara. It comes with maybe some horns. That's how we look at it. They looked at it as extremely talented, but a lot of attitude and sass as well. And usually not the nicest people. They're hardworking, but diva kind of been replaced with another word in the 2000s. But we'll get to that in a little later. And lastly, what was the last thing I want to talk about? Oh, we still gotta touch on the flight from LA to Seattle. Miss Ma'am, who was flicking the in between being on the flight. Okay, man. Man, Crystal said had something from the woman. I thought the woman was giving a story time about what happened, but we still waiting on that. We still waiting on that. But yo, so we're gonna be touching on all those things tonight. But overall, are we missing anything? Anything y'all want us to touch on? We
You want to
quiet. So
talk about the man who got away with the CEO thing.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We definitely could touch on it. Um, man, what was the CEO's name again? We're talking about the CEO of United Healthcare that was gunned down broad early morning. I don't barely say broad daylight, just early morning, 8 a.m. People are still rushing through traffic, trying to kiss their kids, love their folks to get there. And this man popped him in the back, silencing the whole thing and got away. It's still a manhunt for this individual. What are y'all thoughts about it?
A reason to stay home on a Zoom.
Mm,
I think that there's definitely, a reason behind why that individual did that. Um, I think that from what I've been reading, he left some clues behind
yes,
that
he left some
may
things on the bullets.
that, and then also they said they found a backpack in Central Park that had the jacket on that he had, and then also there was Monopoly money.
Monopoly money in it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
This
Which to
boy
me
acting like the Riddler.
signifies, yeah, because Monopoly, if you think about it, it's a game of capitalism.
Hmm.
You overtake everyone in that game until you are the richest one and everybody else is poor. And to
Hmm.
me, that signifies as the statement as he was trying to, um, you know, to bring out to people, as far as a reasoning why he did that.
Absolutely. Um, do you think he made enough impact? Was he loud enough doing so?
Oh, absolutely.
What changes
Yeah.
do we think this is going to bring?
Well, I know that there are certain there was another health corporation that decided to not do a controversial ruling or uh, as far as like covering anesthesia,
Hmm.
for certain patients. I think as a result of that.
I was going to bring that up because it was to the point that the healthcare company was not going to cover anesthesia for the whole process, which is crazy.
Mhm.
I've had several root canals. I've had work done on my heart. I've had a scope of my knee. I've had things that I needed anesthesia. And to imagine that one, like it doesn't even make sense. Like if you under, like, oh, it's gone, you just go feel it. I've been in a procedure getting a root canal before and the anesthesia wore off. When I tell y'all, pain. Okay.
I think the
Oh,
reasoning for that was that they were forcing people to pay for their own anesthesia.
I know. That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody, and the thing is, you probably can't pay for the whole what. It's sad because in the to my understanding of the world and the type of places I've worked, the resources are here. Certain things are is here. We have a plethora of resources.
It's not that we don't have the resources, it's the greed of the people.
That's it's to once again make people suffer to try to up the money, up the account.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that belief, because at the end of the day, money is nothing but monopoly money. If we
Yeah.
choose to put our faith and belief in those monopoly dollars, some people
Hmm.
do in the game. That's why relationships are torn apart. But yeah, things are trying like it's just a belief.
Because one thing TikTok has shown us is the health shit that we need year to year don't cost what it costs when you go
Mm,
overseas.
big
True.
And
time.
a lot of families have gotten to the point where they're just like, we pick a week, we take the kids, spouse, go over
Hmm.
there, get your cleaning, get your whole checkup for $600 and we come the hell home.
Hmm.
If I go to the dentist right now, they're gonna say, okay, you have $12,000 worth of mouth work that we want to do. You can do a payment plan of 1 year, no interest. What about after that year?
Hmm.
So you would rather me be put in a hole to work on my mouth, not my body, not not my
So
skin. It's wicked.
it
It's a
is.
wicked setup.
And I love futuristic sci-fi films and movies, dystopian films and things like that, those stories, I have value
Yeah.
in them because I see it happening now. I see the start of it now. And I think that's what they've been telling us. Like if we go all the way back to the 80s, we'll see films that was created, and I'm seeing stuff happening now that was in the film. What's up, big boy? Um, did you ever watch Demolition Man back in the day?
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Demolition Man was a film with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. And Wesley Snipes had he had a blonde like box top, and it was a big movie in the early 90s. Okay, it was an action film, and one part of it that Sylvester Stallone makes a joke that Arnold Schwarzenegger won he won governor of California. This was in the early 90s, which people like, that's crazy. That would never happen.
Didn't he actually become governor?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Mhm.
That's exactly the point, Jay.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I saw this in an action film that was far-fetched, and it's actually happening. Okay. People talk about the Simpsons all day, but these type of things happen all the time in film. That's why I pay attention. And everything in the film may not come true, but certain points in that film, I think they're showing us what's going to be and what's going to become.
Mhm.
So, have y'all watched? I don't want to hear too much spoilers, but have y'all watched the film Alien? Is it Romulus?
Which one is that in that trilogy style?
The most recent one, the one that
Okay,
came
yes,
out
I
this
did
year.
see that one. Yes.
Very good movie. Very good movie. I gotta
Mhm.
make a TikTok. I was gonna say I've been watching some good shows recently, but we'll get on that a little later. But Romulus was so good, so
Mhm.
good. Okay, but it tells you how it's the Wayland Corporation. This corporation get to the point where you have to work just to basically keep your for your freedom. You got to work off your freedom. They bring back indentured servitude,
Thank you,
kind of
sir.
like what
Mhm.
Shan was just talking about. Like, hey, we'll do this work on you, but you could be in debt to us.
Mhm.
And it shows at the very beginning how she was like, okay, I've worked, but they give you housing, they give you a place to stay and all that. You just got to keep working in these mines for us. She said she worked off, what was it?
She was trying to get off the planet.
Yeah, she was trying to get off the planet, but she worked off of
Mhm.
12,000 hours. Let's say that
Mhm.
5 years worth of time. And just for no reason, they're like, oh, something changed. You have to work another 5 years. And the woman just hit a button right in front of her and like, sorry. What?
Mhm.
Sounds like slavery.
You feel
Yep.
me? So
Yep.
same thing when you have some of these corporations and companies, when you're working everything off, you're paying off a car and they up your interest rate, or they up your rate on your house. They up your rate on they just out the blue just do this.
And that's why I say in America, you really don't stop and own anything, because let's say these old people in Atlanta that got these houses that's worth 6 mil starting. This next generation of 30 and 40-year-olds, we can't buy that when they hit the bucket. You know what I'm saying? We cannot afford the property tax. We cannot afford what the interest rate that they want on those houses. And the community is not set up for a family structure, because most of the time there ain't no place for you to park. They ain't got driveways. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's really this constant, you want a hamster wheel and you don't get a break. Let's say you pay off that house in 30 years because of whatever you had, you pay off the house. Your retirement wasn't set up for the property tax on that to go up 20 more thousand.
Yeah.
So you find a lot of old people who retired going back to work.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very well conversation, but it's the way you want to live. Because the thing is, you can cut all these luxuries at times that we have
Mm-hmm.
for a base of living. You can live off the grid, but it gets. I was having this conversation just like here, having the internet, having your phone, having this type of connection. This new generation does not know how to truly live off of without having your phone.
No.
I left my phone at home accidentally today. I wanted to make it to church on time. All right. I was without my phone for a good 8 hours. Cause a lot of people can't do that. A lot of these kids can't live without their tablet. Not
Yeah.
all, a lot though.
Yeah.
Because they're training them more and more. This is a necessity. Same thing. I remember when me and my wife stopped paying for cable because we looked at his cable as an unnecessary expense for us.
Mhm.
And I would have family members that come to our home and would be like, "You don't have cable?" I'm like, "You don't even have a place to live right now. What are you talking about?"
The audacity.
You feel, but the thing is that they are have their priorities out of whack. But that's the point of the system to make you think you need something at times. Because don't get me wrong, some of these things aren't. But then they switch it. They'll put your necessity as a luxury. Food is not a luxury; it's a necessity.
We were the only country that agreed to that.
Only one, only one. And I was working at a food um distribution or a hunger solution center, and that was heartbreaking because I'm seeing food all around us, and we're trying to get food out to people. And for our leaders, our congressmen and women to say no, that is that's a large statement. So going all the way back to the point of the conversation, what that individual did, that like, did y'all watch Batman? Do y'all watch Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all know how got the point of Gotham?
To me, it threw me off. The way I perceived it is Gotham is basically the slums. Gotham is that's pretty much what you're trying to work your way out of.
Let me tell you something. Gotham is, Gotham is truly based off Chicago. Y'all know that, right?
The people who were put down coming up. That's what that.
But Gotham was based off Chicago.
Yeah.
That like Chicago is Gotham. And that is
and still is.
So let's pull it back. Let's pull it back. I used to be a fan of Batman. Okay. Until one person pointed out that the reason why Batman has his mask half open because he got to show them he's white.
Mm.
And to the point that you may say that's crazy to say so. They had one black person in the Batman family. He became Batman. The police busted him like they was shooting at Batman, but they made sure to go for the one when they could see. And he had to change his mask, his whole mask to be covered, his whole face to be covered. I can say that. And I'm saying all this to make sure people understand where I'm coming from. Here is Gotham City was to the point of extreme wealth and extreme poverty. It was no in between. And it was to the point to a lot of people who had positions trying to make it to a point of living, the point of safety. They had to start bucking the system and attacking the rich. And that's why a lot of people look at Batman the same way, because he was rich and he's just basically beating up the poor people. And beating mess up. And they if you go back and watch cartoon, go back and watch the 90s Batman. And it was so much crime. That's why his parents are shot. But they're like, you're not doing enough. But how do you get to this strong wealth? I think of Seattle. Seattle is a lot of wealth in Seattle. A lot of wealth. The house I have here, it would be worth about $6 million in Seattle. You hear me? It's a lot of money there. You got Amazon, you got Google, you have Microsoft, you have Starbucks, you have Nintendo, you have, oh my goodness, what's the other one? I think Uber's over there. A lot of things are in Seattle, big money. But Seattle also has a very high, is it underhoused, or, I hate using the term homeless. Yeah, the cost of living is extremely high. And that's the troubling thing. It's like, which is the problem? Yeah, we give, but substances are, it's not, it's not criminalized. You got a lot of ability, but it's like you keep people in that position where you have such a large gap for living, and it's hard to really understand how to make that change. So I'm very mindful when I'm talking about what just happened. That's why I call all dude the Riddler. He did something broad daylight, masked up, got away. He's leaving clues. That what was happening in Batman. That was what happened in Gotham.
Mm.
I swear, if we have a real Batman pop out of somewhere, I'm freaking. I'm
Well,
like,
there's
y'all
some people
playing.
calling him John Wick.
I mean, we might as well.
It's not John Wick. John Wick he was an assassin. He's the Riddler. I'm telling you. A lot of people, but the thing is, they get to the point they start attacking normal people. The point of, if go watch, have y'all watched Penguin and all that? Go watch. The point of the new Batman, they will always aim for the upper echelon of the upper class. But unfortunately, the lower class will be involved and would be hurt by Batman or others. Get yourself together, Shane. But let's bring it all around. So I don't know if they probably gonna catch him. That's the other thing. How they ain't caught him? As much technology
I
for
don't think they are going to
Justin.
catch him.
You don't think they're gonna catch him?
No. Mm-mm.
Nah,
Based
they
off what I've heard so far, and all almost 27 years of me being here watching true crime and murder mystery and watching movies and stuff like that, they not gonna catch him unless he wants to get caught.
Right.
Based off
Right.
of the fact that what I got, because my first time hearing about this was at church in early morning, like 8, right? Around 8, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning in general. You either getting up going to work, it's a Sunday. You going to church. When did this happen?
I think it was
Monday.
Thursday or Friday.
I thought it was like, I don't know.
Was it? I
that
don't know.
way? You may be right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically this happened on a weekday, early in the morning.
Yeah, he was headed to work. He was out front of his job.
Yeah. You got the adults going to work, you got kids going to school. Ain't no way, for the most part, that would have happened had people just been sitting outside or just been in their house. Granted, because I watched a lot of Criminal Minds, he might get a little bit further because, again, nobody's really up all the way cognitively up enough to get up, get dressed, and know where they're going.
What?
It was
At 8
I think this
a.m.?
was well thought out, well planned. And I think that man that they had a picture of in that hostel is a decoy.
I agree too. But don't forget, it was a witness right there. It was a woman that saw the whole thing happen. Listen, I can go through. I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston. If I go through a HOV lane or if I run a red light, they would have a HD photo and video of me that's so clear that I can't even argue with it. I like, yeah, that's me.
which
That
they
is me.
I'm in Atlanta, where we are number 1 in the United States of cameras in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why this is me. We have so much tech. I understand you can plan things ahead, but the way we have tracking technology now, either people don't want to catch them. That's
Yeah.
my point.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, Crystal. If you don't want to get, people don't want to catch them if that's the case, because we live in a society now, like, you have to be completely off the grid. He was still, man, no, I'm sorry. Because the way you move around, how you get around, somebody saw you. Even if he left a backpack in a certain area, unless it was a team of people working, he's not the only one involved in this. That's
Which
the
is
other way.
possible. That's why I said
Absolutely,
I
it's
think he
absolutely
had it
possible.
all planned out. He knew exactly where the cameras were, where to be, all of that. I think he had a lot of time to really plan all of that out.
Yeah. I'm
I feel like
still.
they do catch him, they're gonna catch him off of the fact that y'all said he had Monopoly money. You have to touch that unless you have gloves on.
He probably had gloves on. Like
So,
it's so
but
many
The
different
only
ways.
way he would be caught is if somebody's check did not clear.
that too. But
Absolutely.
That's a hit. If that ain't a
Yep.
hit, I don't know
Yep.
what is a hit.
Yep.
but it's also the simple fact that I heard one of y'all say a jacket that he had on when it happened, and then a book bag. Even if it don't have fingerprints, they still have bodily evidence that they can catch and they can process and stuff like that.
If somebody didn't do it for him, like that's what I say, he might be trying to throw him off his trail.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like it could be, the cameras caught him, or if it, like Shane said, it was a hit, which that's also what I'm leaning towards too, because who got beef at 8 o'clock in the morning?
It was
Stop
the
out or not.
thing,
Who
but it
got
was
beef that
once
early?
again. But the thing is, like you said, it was planned ahead. When did he arrive? He could have showed up at 10. This man was staking out. Okay,
They said he was
so
out there for some hours before
yeah.
he even came.
So like you said right there, if people know, like once again, it's if they want to catch him, he's gonna get caught. We live, and I kind of feel you can track people down too easily for things. They
Yeah.
found Osama bin Laden underground.
True.
Okay,
True.
come on, man.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Like you can go to Google Maps and you can drop down and see where people and things are at. Technology is crazy right now, and to put and take out somebody at that level, either they don't want to catch them or they just giving it time to catch more people along the way. That's just my 2 cents on the things, you know. Um, but we're gonna pivot real quick, and I hope everyone listened to Kendrick Lamar's GNX. Great album, in my opinion. Dodgers Blues, my favorite song. I think Shan said yours is Man in the
Gloria.
Garden.
Like Gloria.
Gloria is a very good one. Gloria is a very Gloria. Okay, concert coming soon. All that good stuff. All right, if you haven't listened to it, check it out. But Kendrick hops off with his first single or his first song, and he speaks about. Hold on, let me pull everything up. And I hate to do this, y'all. Y'all keep chatting. I have to go to the restroom. Give me one moment. I will be back.
That drink going through you.
Mm.
That's a quiet night.
Have y'all just been on here being quiet? Oh my goodness. Okay, I ain't gonna leave y'all again, y'all. I'm so sorry for that. Matter of fact, TikTok, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We about to slide out TikTok, YouTube. We gonna have this little conversation with y'all. Then we gonna slide out from y'all too. But appreciate it. So I didn't want to say this person's name, especially on the platform I have on TikTok, but let me pull up the actual lyrics too. I'm gonna pull up a few things on here. Oh, Christian be watching, I promise you. Okay. Boom. Hello, Christian. We still on YouTube. We about to hop off YouTube soon. Just let you know. Okay. Just doing some quick research. Happy Sunday. Yes, 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 yes. Great day, everybody. So on Kendrick's album, first song he had whacked out morals. Okay, oh, now I'm probably whacked out murals. But it could be called whacked out morals as well. I like this. I like this. I like this. So let me make sure I pull the lyrics up to be exactly what's that. And this is also a continuation of the beef he had with Aubrey Graham and speaking on just a lot of people who are not like us. All right. All these things can go hand in hand. So, give me 1 second. Make sure I put everything together. I would play it, but I ain't trying to get banned all over. Hold on. Why can't I find it? Mm. No, is that on Whack That More? Is that first one? Or is that is it Squabble Up? I may be, listen, y'all don't, hey, I'm a little older, man. Give me 1 second.
What that mean?
I'm an elder man. I think it's Squabble. Is it Squabble Up?
No, Wayne's Out Murals is 1. Squabble Up is 2. Luther is 3.
I love you, Luther, too.
Men at the Garden is 4. Hey Now is 5. 6 is Reincarcerated. That was a good one too.
Man, once again, I keep playing TV off and Dodgers Blue, my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta pull out that. It's Squabble Up for you. Oh, the plus size representation. Yeah, I peeped it. You follow old girl on TikTok who's been expressing it. That's another thing I want to talk about too. Oh my goodness, so much, so much. Yeah, hear about the content creator. Dominique Brown, at the age of 34, has passed away. She went to a Disney. She was a Disney influencer, and she went to an event. Let me make sure I'm saying it correctly. She went to an event. So who was hosting this event? Make sure I'm saying it correctly. Box Lunch. Have you heard of like the place that be selling clothes and stuff like that? It's kind of like a Hot Topic.
It must be for the young ones.
No, box lunch is I know it's a box lunch in Seattle. I don't know if it's one here in Houston, but I like some of the clothes, you know. But the case in point, she went to an influencer event and she sent all the stuff that she was allergic to, but basically they had food there. She had an allergic reaction to something, and she ended up passing away. So horrible. So, I want to make some of my condolences out to Dominique Brown. It was during a holiday event, and I've been to some influencer events and things. I know I can go, but I pray that her family find peace and hope they sue the shit out of some people, and I hope they be careful what we sign too.
I do remember reading something about that. They said that she had sent over a list of her allergies to the event prior. Also,
Let me just Google this. Sorry, y'all. As soon as we get this conversation going, I'm gonna hop off. So yeah, I was right. I was on Whacked Out Morals. I could not find it on the list, but don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. We talked about this last Sunday too.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's what needs to be talked about, Drake.
that's what we're here to talk
Oh,
about.
okay.
That's exactly what we're here to talk about. Like you,
Okay.
where you been, Shaq?
Because he out of pocket.
That's my point. That's the whole point of having this conversation right here. Like Shay, where you been? That's why we doing this. Because I want to make a video about this later. And something about me. If y'all don't know me by now, I don't like talking about things I don't like. I don't like talking about people I don't like. The best thing for me to do is I don't want to give you any type of power about me speaking your name. That's why I make sure to get off TikTok because I know let me put my stuff on do not disturb because my family chat is trying to go crazy right now. Um, but the point I'm saying is he is doing exactly what Kendrick said people are gonna do. He's trying to get clout off. First, the thing, once again, I'm gonna say the name one time, Andrew Schultz. All right. That name right there is not part of our culture. That part is, I want to make sure understood, but these are people who try to benefit from our culture, right? By any means necessary. These people are leeches, all right? And I mean, people like him, his attitude, his behavior, his intent is absolutely a leech, okay? And when we have a person that I believe is representing our culture, and I'm not just saying the culture as being from LA, being the culture of hip hop, but being the culture of Black American descendant of slavery, however we want to take it, we have to be mindful of individuals like him. And not only individuals like him, as Christian said last Sunday, I'm gonna say it, that he's not really speaking just to Andrew Schultz. He's speaking to the Fresh and Fit podcast, Charlemagne. What's the comedian that he got diabetes and everything show he haven't said it. Aries Spears, the ones who allow disrespect to be had right in front of their face that make these people feel comfortable. I was really hoping recently I was seeing some videos of Charlemagne talking because they have a show together, some type of platform together. Obviously, they make money together. You got to check the people you with, but you didn't. You kikied and laughed with them. That's exactly what Kendrick was talking about. Going all the way back to not like us. Well, not what is it? Euphoria. One of the biggest things that really stamped sign seal like fully ended the B for B is when Kendrick said, you pacify people. What was the word? Um was I can't even think of the term he used. Is it dang? Because it's like basically he empower us. All right. I don't feel these people don't want us to be activists. They don't want us to be aware. They want us to be numb. They want us to be lazy. They want us to be ignorant. And what Andrew Schultz is doing, he is absolutely showing clear and concise. As long as I talk loud, I talk fast, I try to throw some jokes out there. They're not funny. Okay. That's one thing. Like, I'm not a comedian, but a lot of these folks who consider themselves comedians, when nobody's laughing, or just you got one dunce in the corner, or somebody's getting paid to be with you, laugh, dude, it's not funny, man. And that's what you got to keep doing because that's what I say to be because I talk about Bill, but somebody else talk about Bill Burr. Bill Burr could talk about race. I've seen some white people talk about race, and they're funny.
no, his
They,
wife
but
is
they,
black too.
And once again, saying it's a lot of, but it's a lot of them. Thank you for that too, Crystal. But it's a lot of them that do it that you can tell when the respect is there because they have a even a level playing field. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
Andrew Schultz will come out. His intention is to be disrespectful, and now he's trying to build clout and try to get attention. That's why I don't want to say his name often because, dude, you don't deserve it. Really, you got to get cut off.
He messed up before this though, when he had those two podcasters on there and it was
But that's
laughing.
what Kendrick said. That's exactly what Kendrick was referring to. He didn't say his name, but he knew he a hit dog go holler.
Crazy.
And once again, and he's really like, CJ said. I'm just gonna start saying CJ. As CJ said, it's really for y'all to check him. The responsibility have to fall on us.
Right.
And
Has to.
most people today don't want it.
Let's be more specific. Black men.
I
And
think if it was a black woman, do you think that they would be so apprehensive to say something to him? It's like it's easier to, stand up to somebody that you feel is not as powerful. I may even say inferior to you than it is to somebody that, throughout history has oppressed you.
Mm-hmm. Or you're in the house now. You're at this table, and you don't want to lose a contract. You don't want to keep. Man, I can understand, and I can still disagree. That's when we talk about integrity. What was the other night talking about integrity?
It's
I'm
what
talking
you
about
do
the
even
difference
if
between your
conscious
nobody is
conscience and
watching.
your integrity.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, you still got to do something while everybody's watching too.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, see you, Shan. We about to hop off YouTube, but I just want people to be mindful of the things that this person has said and what this person has done. Okay, because first they said he was trying to get Andrew was trying to say that he was trying to like Kendrick was trying to get clout off his name when he never mentions his name. Okay, not once. Like he's been in his earliest movies was 2013. And he hasn't been in any Girl Code, Guy Code, The Underdogs, Benders, You People, The Thicket, 41, New York. And he's making and the main thing, he's an American stand-up comedian, actor, and podcaster. He got two things above me. Okay. He's been on MTV2's Guy Code, spinoffs, Flagrant podcast, and that's it. But I just want to be mindful. Is just person he's going to try to run into the ground, and I hope some young people would understand, especially young people that look like me, and following that any other young person, any person period, to understand this person does not have your best interest at heart. And when he try to tell you not to protect people who look like you, who raised you, who protected you, you got to keep you do not laugh, you do not kiki, you do not entertain because that's not entertainment. They don't have your best interest. And when someone is telling you this person doesn't have your best interest, and they try to argue them, it was to the point that he said he will RAPE Kendrick. And we know the history of people with his complexion. That's called buck breaking. And it hurts. It's now you can say it's disappointing to see someone that has knowledge and understanding such as Charlemagne, because he's been called out on stuff, but this was a clear opportunity for you to like, hey, nah, man, I don't know how big that check is, G.
Mm.
I really don't know, and that's why I say, I church this morning. I hope God continue to protect me and guide me, and maybe I don't be getting them checks yet because, hey, that's where I would lose. That's where, hey, Drake, let's put you to the office. I'll get a little something in my ear because me either hurting his feelings, redirecting and putting my hands on it would change. And that's been me. But
Mm.
he's not. And when I talk about, it's not just a target towards this person, Schultz. There's a lot of them that like that, like that. A lot of people, a lot of people.
Emboldened.
Yes. And the thing is, I've been in spaces like this, and I've checked them. I've said spoke up, and sometimes I haven't been. Sometimes I've been invited back to those spaces. Sometimes I have not. I've
Yeah.
been on games, and I'm like, hey man, like, and one of the biggest things is not. One thing you could do is not even laugh. I think that's powerful too.
Yeah,
Not even
especially
getting.
when people tell jokes that they assume that you don't understand and thinking that it's gonna go
Oh,
above your head, but then you absolutely understand and don't laugh at it.
yeah, yeah. And he had a black woman on there. It's very intentional for them to put blackness in spaces where we're being disrespected and allow it to happen. Once again, we were just talking about, were we not, Crystal, talking about Frederick Douglass' book, and we were talking about how we
Yeah.
were treated, how it was going on. That's what, and we came from, because you use it. No problem. I said I had to talk to one of my coworkers. Use something, the peanut gallery. And I'm like, peanut gallery. Nah, we can't use that because that was a derogatory term used towards us. Basically that's where y'all be at, us be at,
Mhm.
being loud, kiki, acting the fool. That's It's so many underlying statements and terms that we don't know the history. They, once again, and that's why everything culture, critical race theory, DEI, education is so needed, because the thing is, it's passed down for them to know this way to disrespect us, for us not to understand.
Right, right. Absolutely.
But now when we start understanding it, like I'm love when we start bringing a picnic and like, oh, we don't use pick. No, I don't like using. Oh, well, this, and that. Well, if we understand the power behind the word, the intention, not just the intention behind the word.
Right. The
That you
trauma
didn't, I
behind
didn't,
that word.
I didn't mean to disrespect. It's fine. Well, just don't use it again. Well, my intent, I understand your intent, but your impact is different now, because it's certain words that's out here that's not. People can twist it and turn it, but some words in certain terms are created to be disrespectful. Uh, Created to be disrespectful towards us. And when we start paying attention to the behaviors of people and their truly intent, we can have a lot more growth and unity between us. And even when this person try to say hip hop always been disrespectful towards black women. Why I have to be what? Why can't I be disrespectful then? That's when I hear Andrew Schultz speak. That's what I hear. Y'all
Mhm.
disrespect you women. Why can't I disrespect them?
Mm. Mm.
And I'm gonna end the YouTube stream on that right there. That's something we need to have a little bit more of a conversation. That's why we have conversations on Zoom without everybody being involved, because
Mhm.
their point is they go disrespecting no matter what. And that gaslight, hey, I'm gonna do it because you're doing it. That's why you have to take care of what's in home always. But yeah,
Mhm.
we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. YouTube, make sure to like, share, subscribe. We're gonna have some more episodes coming out to y'all soon. Give us like a couple weeks. Maybe give us a after the holiday season. We'll see. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll chop it up y'all with y'all later. We got everything rolling again. All right.